Namaste children. Now we are going to discuss about the fractional distillation process. In simple distillation process, we separated the acetone from the solution of the acetone and water. How it is worked? Because of the different temperatures or because of the different boiling points. The difference between the boiling points is more than the 30 Kelvin, so that we can easily separate the miscible liquids which are there inside of the solution. But if the difference of the boiling point is less than 30 Kelvin or nearly 20 to 25 Kelvins, then it is not possible to separate the miscible liquids from the solution with the process of the distillation. For that case, we are going for the fractional distillation. In this fractional distillation process, we can separate the miscible liquids in a solution which are having the boiling point difference is nearly 20 to 25 kelvins. Now in this fractional distillation column, in this fractional distillation process, fractionating column, what is that ma? Fractionating column. Fractionating column will play a key role in the fractional distillation process. In this fractionating column, there are many chambers will be present. It will be widely used in the many industries to separate the constituents or separate the components from the mixtures. In our fractionating or fractional distillation process, in our laboratories which are there in our school, we have the fractionating column with the help of the glass beads. With the help of the glass beads. So this fractionating column will help us to separate the two miscible liquids which are having the less difference of the boiling points. Now you need to remember one point here also. If any mixture you are taking containing the two miscible liquids, for example, A is the liquid and as well as B is also one liquid. This A is having a high boiling point which is having a low boiling point. Then this A liquid will condenses very fast. Condenses very fast, whereas B liquid will condenses very slow. This point is very important in fractional distillation process. Means the liquid which is having the high boiling point will condenses very fast. Now with the help of one activity, fractional distillation process activity, we are going to separate the ethanol or alcohol from the water solution. Here, this is the arrangement of the fractional distillation process. In this, we are going to separate the ethanol from water by giving the heat to the solution. In this, fractionating column will play a key role as we discussed earlier. In fractional distillation column, we are taking the glass beads to increase the surface area. Now let's start the procedure here. I am taking a round bottom flask, or we can call as a distillation flask also, which is kept on the wire gauge with the help of the tripod stand. Below we have a Bunsen burner which is used to give the heat to the solution. When we are giving the heat to the solution, initially the solution will take the heat. When the heat of the solution is reached to the boiling point of any one of the liquid, that liquid will be evaporates and come up. Here ethanol is having the boiling point of 78 degrees Celsius, whereas the water is having the 100 degrees Celsius is the boiling point. Means when this liquid is reaching to the 78 degrees Celsius of the boiling point, what will happen? Initially ethanol will start comes as a vapors. So what will happen? They will start flowing through this way and it will reach us to the fractionating column. This glass beads will give the surface area, increase the surface area. These vapors will be hit with these glass beads and loses their temperature, and the condensers come back to the same round bottom flask. So this is the first process is happening. Will this process will stop like this only? No, it is a continuous process. The heat we are giving continuously. Due to that, ethanol is starting becomes as a vapors and going up and hitting to the glass beads. Every time it is going and attaching and giving the heat which is carrying by the solution to this glass beads, transfer to the glass beads. So in this fractionating column, the glass beads, the part we can call as a lower part. Above the glass beads we can call as upper part. By giving the temperature to the glass beads, this part becomes hot, this part becomes as a cold. So what will happen? Like this continuous process is happening, the ethanol vapor will go and hit. Sometimes what will happen? The temperature of these glass beads and the vapors of the ethanol will be same. So there is no scope of the condensation of the ethanol. Then what will happen? With the help of the small gaps, the ethanol vapor will be reaches the top. At this position, at this place at the top of the fractionating column, the area is very cool. Then ethanol is going to be condensed at this place. So but it will not condense here. Why? Because ascending vapors are coming here. Means continuous flow of the vapors are coming. So it will be transfer the heat to the glass beads. Glass beads will transfer the heat to the vapors which are there at the top column. So what will happen? They will not condense here. They will go through this beaker, through this way, and it will reach us to the condenser here. In the condenser, we have water packet which is carrying the water in and water out process. Means we are sending the cool water. By cool water, the vapors which are coming inside of the condenser will releases that heat to the cool water and becomes condensed here and forms droplets. So due to formation of the droplets, it gains some weight and it will be flows through the delivery tube into conical flask where we can collect the ethanol, distilled ethanol. Like this, we can separate the ethanol from the water till the complete vapors are coming. So here, what is the duty of the thermometer here? Thermometer will control the temperature. Means will not stop, will not increase the temperature. It will indicate the temperature of the fractionating column. We need to check every time the temperature of the thermometer or fractionating column with the help of the thermometer, so that we can increase or decrease of the heat, we can do it. So but here the difference is very small. By taking the heat from the Bunsen burner, water is also will react, but complete water cannot be evaporated. The water molecules will give the energy to the surface molecules. Why? Because complete boiling point is not reached of the water, only 78 degrees, which is very close to the boiling point of the water. So what will happen? These water molecules also will start evaporate here. But what I told you here initially, the vapors which with high boiling point, means water is having the high boiling point, will condense very fast compared to the ethanol. Ethanol tries to reach the top column, but whereas water will hit with these glass beads and loses its temperature and condenses very fastly and reaches the bottom and reaches the fraction like round bottom flask. Like this, every time water also will dry, the water vapors will also form, whereas ethanol also form, but ethanol will not condenses very fast compared to the water. That's why it will reach us to the top, whereas the water will be hit with this glass beads and come back to the round bottom flask. After many attempts, after some time, the vapors will comes, the coming of the vapors will going to be stopped. Why? Because complete ethanol is evaporated and reaches into the conical flask. At that time we need to stop, so stop the Bunsen burner, so we can get the water here in the round bottom flask, whereas in the conical flask we are going to get the distilled ethanol. So this is the process of the fractional distillation column. Like this, we can separate the ethanol and water solution if there is a difference of the boiling point is less than 30 Kelvin or less than 30 degrees Celsius. So we successfully separated here. So we successfully separated the ethanol and water with the help of the fractional distillation process. So there are some applications also there. With the help of the fractional distillation column or fractional distillation process, we can separate different constituents or different liquids or different substances from the solutions. So here these are the applications of the fractional distillation process. We can separate the gases from the air. Means, as you know, that is, air is a combination of many gases. It is a huge mixture. So we can separate the gases from the air with the help of the fractional distillation process. Next, we can separate the acetone water mixture. As we discussed in simple distillation process also, we did it. In that we separated acetone and water. With the help of the fractional distillation column also, we can separate the acetone and water. And coming to the alcohol and water mixture, this we did just now. With the help of activity, we separated the alcohol, ethanol from the water. And it is a major application of the fractional distillation process is separating the products from the crude oil. As you know, that is, there is a petroleum products are there. What are they? Like from the crude oil we can take petrol, diesel, CNG gas, like that many products will come. The fractional distillation process only helpful in this also. So these are the applications. So we discussed so many applications with the help of the fractional distillation process. Now in that applications, one of the application is fractional distillation of air. Means we are going to separate the gases which are present inside of the air. So here this is a mechanism, a structure of fractional distillation process of air. In this, I am taking the air from the surroundings. With the help of the filter, I am separating the dust particles which are present inside of the air. Later, it is sent into the chamber of air under pressure. By applying some pressure, the air will be pressurized here. So later it will be reaches to the cooling chamber where air gets cooled here with the help of the water in and water out process. Cool air will go inside, cool water will go inside, so that what will happen, all the air which is coming inside gets cooled down here. Later what will happen, the cold compressed air under pressure, it is compressed, air cooling process. So cold compressed air which is coming through this pipeline. Later it is reached to the separator where we can separate the carbon dioxide in the form of dry ice. From this chamber, again remaining liquefied or cold compressed air will reach us to the expansion jet where the cold compressed air will be converted into liquid air. Later again it will be sent into the fractional distillation column. In this fractional distillation column, we are going to get liquid oxygen and as well as argon and as well as nitrogen. How we are going to separate this? This fractional distillation process will work on the principle of the different liquids will have different boiling points. Based upon that boiling points, we can separate the gases or liquids. Here is also the liquid which is coming into the fractional distillation column. By fractional distillation process, the nitrogen will have low boiling point, whereas argon followed by that, whereas oxygen, liquid oxygen followed. In this fractional distillation column, what will happen? Nitrogen will have the low boiling point, argon followed by that is later oxygen. Means the air of a gas of nitrogen will have the low boiling point. That's why it will be evaporated at the top, followed by the argon. Later liquefied oxygen or liquid oxygen. We can get this liquid oxygen into other chamber or other flask or a jar, that is nothing but liquid oxygen. Here what is happening? By taking the air from the surroundings, we are converting into liquid air. Again we are taking the purified or liquid oxygen separately. Like that we can separate the gases which are present inside of the air. Here nitrogen is having the boiling point is 196 degrees Celsius, minus 196. Argon is having the 180 degrees Celsius, whereas oxygen is having the 183 degrees Celsius of the low boiling points. Here we separated the gases from the air with the help of the fractional distillation column. How we separated? Based upon their boiling points. Whereas nitrogen is having the low boiling point of minus 196 degrees Celsius, argon followed that 180 degrees Celsius, oxygen followed that 183 degrees Celsius of minus. Why? Because they are very cold. Because of the compressor, the boiling points are in minus degrees. Based upon the boiling points, we separated the gases from the air. So here we got liquid oxygen, which is very useful. Like this is the process of the fractional distillation of the air. It is one of the application in the fractional distillation process.